Welcome to the Shakaama Live Show with your host, Shakaama. So, this video is entitled, A Question to Black People. Well, the thing is, I want to ask black people, especially black women, have your eyes been opened yet? What am I talking about? I'm talking about your worship of white people. Oh, please don't deny it. Please, let's not even pretend that you have no idea what I'm talking about. Your worship, your total infatuation with white people. Now, what am I talking about? Are your eyes opened? We just had like a U.S. congressman who tweeted out something like white people being white by itself is genocide. Just being white. So it's beyond the whole thing of the social justice warrior saying, being white is racist. That just the fact that you're white is racist. Now, I've made several videos. And the only reason I'm doing this because YouTube put in the trending videos a woman, a leftist woman who went all about how white people are racist and ignorant, and she was so triggered and everything, and she got 500,000 views, right? So if she can do that, I can do this. I'm asking black people, especially black women, do you get it? Have you woken up yet? White people hate everybody. They even hate themselves. Hate. And I don't mean like dislike, and they just hate themselves because they just hate themselves because they are so brainwashed. And it's specifically the people who call themselves Democrats. Now, I'm libertarian, so I'm not talking about, Republicans are better than Democrats or anything like that. I'm sorry, these lights are just, I have to be well lit, if you know what I mean. The people specifically calling themselves Democrats. I'm trying to tell you, or I have been trying to inform you that these people who call themselves Democrats, specifically Democrats, are on a global agenda to destroy humanity. And that you are going along with it, first of all, is insane, but it's par for course. That you have all of this self-hatred. Oh, my hair is ugly. Oh, my body is ugly. My facial features are ugly. Is ugly. Dark skin is ugly. Oh, light skin is better. I mean, it's just insanity. Oh, I gotta get my weave. It's much easier to take care of than what? Doing your hair is not there's nobody in the world except for maybe people men who buzz cut their hair, who wake up and go, oh, all right, let's go. I'll have you know that white women spend 30 minutes on their hair just like everybody else. Now, black women can do their hair and it stays forever. You haven't been told the good side of all of it. I know many white women who actually are jealous of natural black hair. So what is this? Your worship of white people. What is it? White people hate white people. Why? How is it that if white people hate white people, how is it that you're worshiping them? You want to get your skin lightened. Oh, light skin group. What is it? Light skin club. What is it? Team light skin. What is that about? I mean, these lights are... these lights are bright. Okay, so... oh my God. I've had a rough day today. These lights are killing me. Okay, so... I'm not used to light. I literally go to the bathroom and don't turn on the light. I just sit there and just sit in the dark. And my dog come in, nudge my hand so that I can pet him. That's his time to get petted when I sit on the toilet. And I sit on the toilet because if I stand, he does all sorts of crazy, ridiculous things. Anyway, back to black people. So you hate yourselves. Why? I don't know. You hate your hair. You hate your lips. You hate your nose. You even hate your eyes. Oh, my eyes are too big. You hate your skin. Oh, I'm too dark. Oh, I'm light. I'm better than my own sister. What is it? Soledad O'Brien. So Soledad O'Brien is this very light-skinned woman, and her sisters are my color. Same family. Oh, I'm better than my sister? Your blood relative? You're better than them? Why? Because it's closer to being white? They hate each other. They're literally fighting to destroy each other. I just don't know. Well, I know. But I'm seeing all of these revelations that are coming out of how much white people hate each other. Let's throw this into the mix. Muslims are Caucasians. Muslims. Some of them far more Caucasian than the Scandinavian countries. Green eyes, blue eyes, blonde hair. Middle Easterners. Yeah, I did a video, and I got all of the, and I did all of the pictures of people from that country. I can't remember the name of the video, but they were some of the most beautiful people. They had, a mix between, of course, African and white hair. So it was like curly, wavy hair. The green eyes, the blue eyes, and the olive skin. But in other pictures, same person can be taken in a picture, and then they're about as white as the white on this flag. These are the people that you're being taught to hate. They've been at war for 2,000 years. Not for anything other than dominance. It's all about dominance, dominance, dominance. And you are volunteering to be dominated. I just don't understand it. At some point, you become an adult, and it's not just that you know right from wrong. It's that you should actually understand what is going on. You should be able to read between the lines. Right? Why are you creating a $1 trillion, maybe it's not that much, $1 billion South Korean industry in hair care products, black women? Why? Where does this self-hatred come from? Does it come from your mama? Does it come from your single black mama who says, oh, all black men ain't ish? That can't be true. Because I exist. And I'm better than all of you. And if you don't believe that yourself, and when I say I'm better than all of you, I'm talking about white, blue, green, purple, polka dotted. And all the weirdos who don't think they're a girl or who don't think they're a man, all of those weirdos. And yes, you are a weirdo. Normal means that you believe you're a man or a woman. That's normal. You are an outlier. I had a guy tell me that he wanted to have relations, as Eddie Murphy says, with another guy. And I said, well, that will make him homosexual. And he says, no, it wouldn't. It's just sex. And no, I said, no, that's the definition. I said, I'm a polyglot. I'm all about words meaning words. That's it. You can't say something that has a definition but means something completely different. Like racism. Racism is a system. A single person can't be racist. It's impossible. That's when they say, well, black people can't be racist. Well, it's very true. Black people cannot be racist because we don't control anything. We don't manipulate anything. We have no power. No white person in control is going to let black people have power. Also on the trending, there is a reaction by Black Nerd. And Black Nerd was all geeked up about, oh, Black Panther, all the movies coming out. Oh, my God. Oh, there's black people on the screen. Created by white people. Produced by white people. And white people will get a majority of the money. Yeah, but we got representation. No, you don't. Representation would be if I owned the entire production. That would be representation. You have a completely warped sense of representation. This is more of that acquiescing to the power structure that is white. And you are so gung-ho that the white people are A-okay. White is right. Right? What did the Family Guy clip say? That black man's is wearing a white suit, driving a white car. There must be something good about him. Why do you hate yourselves? Why? And you need to come to terms with that. If you're dyeing your hair, if you're perming your hair, if you're pressing your hair, why do you hate yourself so much? Why? It's self-hatred. If you have light-skinned black people hating dark-skinned black people, that's self-hatred. That's self-hatred on a whole different level of self-hatred. And you think that you're better than the dark-skinned person. I'm sorry to tell you this, but when you look over the sea, the ocean of success in the United States amongst black people, the people my color are far more successful than the people who are team light skin. Why is that? There was a South Park episode, and it was dealing with the ugly people, right? And there was they had done they found that the girls had done a rating of who was ugly and who was cute, right? And so the ghost of whatever, who turned out to be a pedophile, of course, they can never just go to the line. They always have to cross it over in South Park. And so the ghost of whatever, it wasn't a ghost, it was an actual guy, took Kyle or Stan, one of them, around to all the houses of the people that they had determined were cute or ugly. And it says, here's whatever his name is. He's the guy that flips people off all the time. He says, he's going to have a nice cushy life. He's going to be pretty successful. He's not going to have to really work at anything because he's better looking. And this is true, though. This is true in real life. Of course, South Park bases a lot of the stuff on fact rather than fiction. And he says, let's go over to, and it was some Jewish guy, right? And they looked into the window, and the Jewish guy, of course, has all of these books, and he's studying studies. He says, this guy is ugly. He's going to have a hard time growing up. He's going to be struggling his entire life because he's ugly, but he's going to be fantastically rich because he's going to work so hard at it. And then, once he becomes rich, then everything else is going to just fall into his lap. And they said, rich. Not mediocre, rich. So, this applies to black people a lot. The people my color are rich. The light-skinned people, they do okay, You know, and then people like to be around them, and that's okay. And they hang out in clubs. That's okay. Girls flock to them or guys flock to them. That's okay. That's fine. But it's kind of like the high school jock that peaked in high school. He was a team captain, blah, 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 and he never made it to the NFL or anything like that. In fact, he didn't even go to college. And his high school, his senior year in high school was the best that he ever had in his entire life. This is how black people are. Light-skinned black people, right? So they're light-skinned, and that works when you're young, right? And then when you get older and you actually get into the world of business and what have you, in the real world, nobody's looking at your skin. They're going to say, what have you accomplished? What's your experience? Why should we listen to you? And more often than not, the dark-skinned black people actually work hard and open up their own thing because they're tired of people. Did you know that in 2008, more black people opened firms, meaning businesses, than any other group in 2008, right? So, there you have it. Why do you hate yourself? Why do you perm your hair? And you're using chemicals that melts aluminum. Why? What's up? I want you to type in white people hate white people. And I want you to educate yourself. And I want you to come out of this insanity that you have about yourself. That's the black men too. You know, they do all of that sort of stuff too. Not so much as the women. And then you hate dark-skinned people. I don't see. I didn't grow up with this. I didn't understand this whole. What was that? Spike Lee talking about good and bad hair. You know. So my family's kind of religious. I don't know if you know this about me. And so when I came back to the United States, and I saw that movie, I didn't understand the movie at all. Like at all. And so after a week of somebody trying to explain to me what's going on, I said, how can hair be good? I thought it was the difference between good and evil. I didn't understand what good and bad hair meant. I was like, how can hair be good? A hair doesn't commit any sin. So they had to take like an entire week to, and even after a week, I really didn't understand it. I don't understand where it would come from anyway. Like this old Becky with the good hair. What is that about? It's insanity. Why would you let somebody manipulate you to such a degree? Thank you for watching the Shakaama Life Show.